Hello everyone, this will be my fifth series, fifth little review between movie and TV programs, and I'm going to do this one on the Real Ghostbusters. Sometime after the brilliant success of Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2, with Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd and all the rest of the guys that made it what it was, they decided to make a cartoon tie-in which was very, very much related to the movie. More to the point, not just related, but based upon the movie. So, let's delve into this little review a little further. The main correspondence of the actual series, in addition to the movie, was the Ghostbusters' seemingly never-ending battle against the unknown and trying to rid the world, so to speak, of unholy horrors, terrors, ghouls and ghosts which preyed on the fear of innocent people. They'd go on to fight and bust all kinds of supernatural endeavours. 10 or 12 of them being the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in occasional cameos of the series. We didn't see him as much, but he was a powerful presence when he was there. Now let's talk about some of the characters. Right off the bat, first off there was Ray Stantz. He acts like sort of a guy who was like goofy and childlike, but his initiative and intelligence next to Egon's was second to none. This is a common fact between the series and the movie. Whenever Egon goes off into a really long-term explanation as to what's wrong, Ray is one of the few of the group who can ever understand him. Literally, one of the few who can understand him. And the other three the other lot just look on as though to say, can you repeat that again, Egon, because I didn't understand that. And I just really loved the fact that Ray was the only guy who could understand him. But aside from that childlike quality, he's very good in the program, and he's talented in a lot of things which some of the other people outside those walls may have just dreamed of. Next we have the Skeptic of the group, Wiston Zedmore. Apparently, halfway through the series, he basically admits that he never believed in ghosts when he took this job. But then I can sort of believe that in the cartoon series. I mean, he was a skeptic in the movie, and he was a skeptic in the series. So I guess they had his character grounded just right. But then, alongside being skeptic, he's not the sort of guy who'll take any nonsense from any supernatural entity at all. But like all the others, his character's got a lot of common sense in addition to his skepticism, and above all else, he's got the sense to know when to run and when to fight alongside the others. So I think that makes him quite a great asset to the team. Next we have Peter Vankman, the so-called class clown of the group. Although he's a scientist just like Ray and Egon, he's not one for research. He's quite happy to yawn and be like the class clown of the group, to feign exhaustion when the more pressing, fatiguing physical labours come into play. Like, for instance, there's one episode where they're pushing the car when it breaks down, and Peter pretends to be tired, saying he ain't got any strength left. So Ray, voiced by the brilliant Frank Welker, who did Megatron, turns round to Peter and goes, you're right, you've got one chance, Peter. Start pushing or I'm getting out the kryptonite. And I really found that a funny reference. That was the most funniest thing I've ever heard anyone say on Ghostbusters. So, yeah. Peter's not one much for when it comes to physical work, but he's always trying to get the girl, and he doesn't always succeed at that. But other than that, he's his mouth can occasionally get him into a lot of trouble, sometimes for offending spirits or supernatural entities in the program, which are more powerful than any of the rest bargain for. But aside from that, he has his moments to shine, which are very rare, I assure you. And to think that the guy who actually did his voice was the same guy who played the voice of Garfield. But what can I say? Enough of the class clown, let's go on to my favourite Ghostbuster. And last but definitely not least, we have Egon Spengler, the acknowledged brains of the Ghostbusters. He can speak more languages and talk faster and understand a lot more sensitive and really hard to understand and intellectual things than most of the others put together. Half the time, no matter how much Ray can follow him, even Ray has a limit to how much he can follow this brilliant genius. As I said, he's the acknowledged brains of the Ghostbusters, and the truth be told, sad but true, the Ghostbusters could never ever succeed without him. As an example of this, there's one episode where he leaves the Ghostbusters because his uncle thinks he's just wasting his talent. They try to bag some poltergeists, and they fail miserably because without Egon's expertise, they have to admit for the first time that they're no damn good. Alongside his long-term explanations, he's funny in his own way, and he's always sort of getting into sort of debates with Peter, because him and Peter occasionally having the odd debate with Peter. Egon would occasionally chastise Peter for not studying and not taking the situation seriously, where Peter's more quite happy to just goof off and leave the rest of them to do the designated job in hand. So overall, I'd say this was quite an interesting series. When the 80s came crashing around our ears, the Real Ghostbusters were here to save the day. Until next time, viewers, thank you for your time. Until Halloween comes, good night. Thank you.